I mean, the guests just keep coming. Matt Muenster's back. Good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you guys. You kidding me? You have 250,000 calories sitting on that table back in that room.
I know. Did you see that?
Isn't it great?
It's amazing.
We believe in the feast format.
We do. The last time you were here, we were concerned. You looked a little gaunt, and so we wanted to have food waiting on you.
That's a Minnesota winter you're looking at on me. It's not only pale, but we packing on. We got to stay warm.
That's right.
I hear you.
Matt, of course, you know him, DIY. He's got the old bath crashers, and he's well known as being the guy that can. Well, a lot of people call him Bath-tastic.
Oh, that is just a rough combination of two words. It's a tough one.
Also, over on HGTV, you see him on Ellen's Design Challenge. So, anyway, if you want to find out more, go to his website, mattmuenster.com. Muenster's Muenster.
Still pronounced that way. Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah, don't call him Munster. He hates it.
Just like I said, change the cheese. Just pronounce the cheese my way, and you won't screw up my name ever again.
That's it.
Now, if you want to see Matt, and he goes around and does a lot of these, but the home market where the show syndicates from out of Birmingham, Alabama, he'll be at Birmingham's Home and Garden Show. Mm-hmm. Matt's going to appear on the Fresh Idea stage today, 6 p.m. local time, and Saturday, noon and 2. Get all the details on how you can meet Matt in person at birminghamhomeandgardenshow.com.
You know more about me than I know about me.
Yeah.
That's an impressive list.
Yes, thank you for that.
You know what that is? That means that whoever your people that do that did a good job.
They're just good, yeah.
Of giving me what I then just read. You know what I mean? So we can pull the curtain back.
That's fine. Fine. Now make it look like it was a red thing. That's fine. But you sold it beautifully.
You would have thought for a minute I knew everything you were doing.
It's the beauty of radio and television.
But I just. And it seems like every time you're on the show, I'm involved in some remodeling project. And let's face it, when you say remodel, it's a horrible phrase. I mean, but it doesn't have to be. But I know for most people, you're like, oh, gosh.
My stomach just flipped when you said it.
I know, and we just had to do something at the house where the deck was getting bad, and we had to come in and you got a screen porch, and sometimes when you remodel one job, begot the next,
yes.
And you go, we found this. Oh, here's a rotten window. What rotten window? Yeah, that wasn't part of it. Well, you had a rotten window. And
there's something with that.
Yeah. But what you're saying, and I know on Bath Crashes you deal with bathrooms, but I remember, the eras are different. When we were growing up, I'm 51.
Okay.
So when we were above 51, about to be 52, aren't you?
Thanks, Rick.
But
yes.
anyway, so
as you eat.
No, don't look at that as negative. Look at it goes, oh look, Rick knows when my birthday is. But anyway, it can be positive.
You're just thinking about cake,
right? So in those days, I mean, my dad has even voiced this. Of course, he voices his opinion on everything. They were like, they built houses. The bathroom was just functional. That's it.
For sure. Utility shed.
Just be
Indoor
functional.
utility shed.
Just be functional.
A closet.
And then they spent their money on the rest of the house.
Correct.
Well,
what did they spend their money on in the house during our parents? Because we didn't have a big kitchen.
No. Shag carpet.
Shag carpet. First thing I thought of.
Do you remember that rocking shag?
It may have been small, but I bet it was built.
That was built.
Yeah, I bet that sucker was built hard.
I had a great uncle who was a home builder, and I remember many times them having the discussion about when they changed the centers from 12 to 16 inches, what a shame that was, and how we destroyed the building industry.
Oh yeah,
I've been in Tennessee. I've seen 24. They're getting wider and wider and wider.
Well, they really are, and so bathrooms though. Trust me, any of us who are married, bathrooms are a much bigger deal now.
It's my fault.
Yeah,
it's exclusively my fault.
Bath Crasher.
And frankly, Crasher, you're not helping.
No, I'm well aware.
But you are saying, don't freak out over budgets. You can still have a very good bathroom, but it needs to be functional as well.
Sure.
Because a lot of times you get these bizarre ideas, and everybody's like, you know what? You know why we come in here, right? I mean, this really isn't functional for bathing and relieving ourselves.
True.
And Matt, that's where my real problem is, and you help me with this because all the shows my wife watches, you have a budget. And you can design on this. You can design on that.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not calling any names, but you got dimes and dollars and all this. When my wife does something, the budget is not – we never have that. I mean, I see people on TV do a whole house for what she wants to do one room for.
Yes. Oh, it's insane.
How can we turn that to the real world?
Don't watch my show, for one thing. We do not play by the rules like that. You'll never see a dollar little figure pop up in the corner of the screen, a little pop-up video.
Yeah.
I am not trying to do anything on the cheap. I'm trying to blow your doors off every single time.
Don't be that guy.
I don't mean to be that guy, but you know what?
You're
my
causing-
chair just sunk. Dang, I'm going down.
I hit
See
the
what
button.
happens?
I hit the button.
Is that the dump button?
We call that we
That's
we
right.
don't.
I
we
said
don't-
something wrong.
Let's change the subject button.
Yeah.
But no, I think budget's important. It's always important. But
Well, it is to us.
yeah, well, right. It's real world stuff. I think the biggest deal though is if you've got a plan, right? If you can go into this with a plan, what people don't understand is that screw ups are expensive too.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Every time you screw up, you're gonna lose something cool in the end, right? Because you're gonna cover it, and
Oh, so true.
it is. And like you said, Windows rotten.
Yeah.
Well.
Bom,
Window,
bom, bom.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Lost my DVD. I
Why
lost
are
my
all
TV
the
in
windows
mirror.
rotten now, by
Right.
the way? I'd like to ask
Because there was an era that we just didn't care for a little while when things were getting built.
Thanks, buddy.
Is it new growth
would-
wood? Is it no lead in the paint? Is all that got to do with it?
Oh, wasn't that leaded paint delicious?
Listen, it's not good.
What's your
to-
email address?
It's not good.
I
Hey,
need to know where forward
Rick,
my email
but
today.
Rick, look, Rick, you shouldn't eat it.
No,
okay?
you
you
really
shouldn't
shouldn't.
eat it.
It didn't-
That's the
How about
thing.
It
let's
didn't
just
turn
do a
out
real-
well, did it?
Let's just do a plan.
But you know what?
shouldn't
It'll,
eat paint.
it'll keep the
Shouldn't eat
weather
paint.
out. It'll keep the weather
does.
out better than watercolor.
It's true.
That
it's
is true.
There was, but you're right. There was an era where it's like, let's just knock this stuff out as fast as we can, and it no one saw the long term of that. It's anything. It's that short term vision that everyone had. But that's all right because now I've got unlimited access to stuff that gets to be torn out. I've got no shortage of fodder going forward.
I think they were making a market, Rick.
I know.
It's not a. It's
People need to listen to you, though. They really do.
I'll talk as long.
No, I'm serious because the things you're talking about, you really can see. That's the thing, and my wife sometimes, and I think I told you this the last time you were here, but you've been a lot of places. My wife sometimes will not really mock me, but she'll say, "Is there anything you're handy at? Can you fix anything in this house?" And I say, "Honey." And you cover, this is one of your points you cover.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I can and can't do.
Yes.
Why would I take on something that we're going to end up with it not working, not being right? We still had to pay, and now we're calling Matt,
Right.
or whoever the pro is, to come in and do it
Why
right.
pay double?
When we should have had it done right the first time.
Right.
There's actually a skill to that.
Yes, there's just an honesty with that.
Be real.
You
Rick,
got to be real with
Rick,
yourself.
discretion is the greater part of valor.
That's perfect. And also the phrase, "I think I can do plumbing."
Oh,
No, if you can even say the phrase, "I think I can do plumbing," you can't.
that's right.
So just be real with it and understand, like, oh, plumbers are expensive. Yeah, so is tearing it out and doing it the second time.
Yeah,
Just
real expensive.
Real expensive.
You
So-
think it would be easier? Water runs downhill, right? I mean, it should
Sure.
be easier.
Yes. Yes.
It should.
But if you've ever sweat pipe and soldered
Oh.
and watching the guys that can do it,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, dang. It's like the people that know how to tape sheetrock. I have no interest in knowing how to tape sheetrock. None. Zero. I will always pay someone to do it because when
I don't want to haul sheetrock.
That's not fun either. That's the host a show. Get yourself a television home improvement show to host, and then realize that you don't have to haul as much when your name's on the show.
Yeah, it
I,
works
could-
out
I
better.
could do
doesn't
a show on either one of these channels. You know, my show would be, let me tell you who to call.
and I'll stand right beside you.
Right.
And
it? Hold the clipboard.
we just finished our 12th season of Crashers, and somewhere around season 9, I stopped making as many trips to the dumpster.
Yeah.
I stopped. I'm starting to get wise in my old age, and my C6 and C7 vertebrae are starting to talk to me a little bit more.
Yeah.
Those 350-pound tubs with no handles are starting to tell me more.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I heard a horror story the other day that they went to the house, and I know the house, and it needed to be remodeled, and it was kind of the guy who had it before was a little bit eccentric, and they wanted to get one of those old school tubs with the legs,
the
and
clawfoot.
yeah, and it had to go up
Oh, no.
steps.
Got 2 words for you:
Crane.
piano movers.
Right.
You just call those dudes. They got the straps. They look at you like funny, and they'll do it in 45 seconds. That would take you a day.
As a matter of fact, if you want me to show you the X-ray of his broken foot, I'm happy to.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he let her go?
Oh yeah.
Don't let it go.
Yeah.
So you're saying the foot of the tub weighed more than his foot?
So did that accomplish anything?
No.
No.
And he's got a limp now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I want my bathroom to look this way. So get the people who can make it look that way.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I bet you do.
I know.
I
guy.
want to know the one thing you love the most putting in.
All right, we'll come back. We'll
And
talk.
how much
you.
it costs. And how much it costs.
Matt Muenster, if you got questions for him too, fire up. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Matt Muenster's here with us. The DIY Network, you got him on Bath Crashers, HGTV's Ellen's Design Challenge. Talking a lot, you know, on two different shows, so you talk about two different things. But on the do-it-yourself, we talked about some of the things. First of all, be honest about who you are, what you can and can't do. You got to go there. Budgets, we talked about that. Or some people refer to them as the B word.
Yeah, sure.
But as you said, also things that you destroy or you need, even when you're budgeting. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Plan for the worst case scenario,
Always.
because there's going to be, like we talked about, this job that. Oh, wait a minute, we found something. This has nothing to do with why you hired us, but that's got to be dealt with.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Pad your budget.
Yeah.
Pad it good.
How much do you pad it?
I go
number
about
one.
20%. I mean, isn't it great to have a pleasant surprise?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And you're gonna experience something. Something's gonna go awry. And if you're just prepared. Be prepared. It's like a Boy Scout event, right? Just have I should get a badge. I think for maybe everything we've been through. I should have badges for everyone in my crew.
Yeah.
Because I literally go to war with these people. And
you go nuts.
So
you
Matt-
go nuts. But you know what? We've done it now 156 episodes.
Congratulations, by the
Wow,
way.
that's
Thank
a
you.
lot
It's
of bathrooms.
You know,
changed.
a lot of shows go on and they don't make it, and yours
For
has made
some
it.
reason, we got a good cocktail.
There's a lot of them you wonder how they ever got on to begin
Well,
with.
that's true, and of course now you've made us all feel bad about our show. But,
right.
Oh, please.
So,
a-
Matt, what
yeah, ask him what he loves to do.
Oh, yeah.
What is
What were you
if
saying?
you go in and and if you get the chance to do this, you go, yes, that's number one on the list, the most fun thing I like to
You
do.
know, it seems dumb, but I'll go with this. In-floor heat is awesome.
In-floor
Yeah.
In-floor
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
it's. I know we're in the deep south, and I know it's nice here.
Yeah, but it gets cold sometimes. on
And
those
you're
winter
above a
mornings.
garage, you're on slab. Like
That's
you
what we
down
are. We're
here.
above a garage. Our bathroom floor is like icicle.
No one's ever stepped on in-floor heat and went, that was a terrible experience. I'm
Oh,
never doing that again.
in-floor heat.
In-floor
It
heat's
makes tile
great.
warm like carpet,
What?
Rick.
Yes. So you put this pad, and now there's a company, this is German company, and I'm Muenster, so they're Schluter. Yeah, it's the only thing more German than Muenster, Schluter. And it's this orange stuff, and it's a mat you put down on the floor. I was just talking to someone about it this morning. You put this mat down on the floor, which you should put down anyway, because it's almost like an insurance policy. Your tile ever crack and your grout ever crack, and you put that down there. Twofold. You're buying insurance. Now there's a wire you clip into it, and you put it. You only have to put it in floor heat where your feet are going to be. You don't have to put it everywhere. So you pop that in there, you tile over it, and you crank that thing up to about 84 degrees. You walk in there, and it's like walking on a warm
Matt, do you want
beach.
to do mine? Let's just do mine.
Let's
right
call
now.
it
You
right
fired
now.
me up.
I know it doesn't sound sexy. I know it's like, should we put a TV that pops up out of nowhere?
Right.
Which you should, and you can. You
Right.
can put TV. I can put TV
I
in the
have to have
shower.
a TV over my tub now. I have to.
You have to. You can sit down. You can throw on a little, the Titanic, something with an intermission to change out the water in the tub.
I was thinking more about Sports Center, but we'll go.
You
with
know, so you need a little romance.
That kinda
some
takes
sort of
the-
ship sinking romance.
Yeah.
But
In the bathroom screaming, "I'm the king of the world."
you could, yeah, exactly. If you do it right, if you do it right, and
it. Don't slip.
don't slip. Don't sell yourself short either. Here's your shot. I'm always gonna preach some sort of cool luxury in there. Get some tunes in there because you gotta listen to you guys in the morning.
Absolutely.
Oh, you
Crank
gotta-
that stuff
yeah, you
up.
gotta
That's
have
a
that.
given.
Music
Yeah.
is bare minimum. I'll put speakers in. I said probably last time before I put a tub in. You
Right.
just should.
Yeah.
And technology's so easy. It's not even expensive to do that anymore. Put in a wine fridge. Put in a fireplace. Put in an espresso machine. Put in. I
Are
mean,
you talking about in the bathroom?
sure. I'm not. You don't have to put the espresso machine like above the toilet.
Right. I wouldn't do that.
No, there's a blending of airborne
Yeah.
particles.
You don't want that.
But that coffee smell in the morning is a real awesome thing.
Yeah.
There's something.
As
There's
opposed to
something
some of the
about
I'm
you
in
know.
here getting ready, and the coffee's right over here getting ready with me.
right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about coffee. Coffee is brown, hot, dirty, bitter water. we have to doctor it up. We have our own little thing. Everyone's got coffee their way, but we don't even like coffee because how it tastes. It's like this experience in the morning, right? It's the smell, it's the grind of the beans.
What if it
Everything
tasted
goes
as good as
great.
it smelled? We've
Wouldn't
often
it be
said that.
awesome?
Yeah.
There's a
When they
lot of
used to
things in life
grind-
that could follow that. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
like that break room out there smells pretty good.
Yeah.
Careful.
But yeah, I think that's if you approach kind of like your bathroom like that. Think about like what your routine is. Think about what's ideal. What makes your morning awesome, other than listen to Rick and Bubba.
Right.
You know, that's a given. But like what, and then design around it.
Right.
Now make it, because this is where you start and finish your day. Right. And this is where you kick off the day. This is where the routines start. And if your routine's good, maybe your day's good. And if you can design something around your ideal routine, like you watch TV in the morning, you watch the news, pop a little TV in your mirror.
And you're saying this
Easy.
stuff's not that expensive anymore.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
It's one of those things
The
like
wireless networks are through the roof now.
so good, so fast. You can just pop whatever's up on your phone on that screen. You can do
Oh, yeah.
anything.
I love it.
And I think you were right when you said before the bathroom was overlooked. It was that utility room. It was an afterthought. And I'm of the opinion now
It's a
that
living space now.
there's no throwaway square footage in your house.
Yeah.
No,
It is.
no.
And you do something cool in there, and suddenly I think your house feels bigger.
Yeah.
Because now it's like another room you want to hang in.
Is there any way to get in the design? And I don't want to go Trump here, but is there any way to get in the design? Look, if we're going to share a bathroom, honey,
Yeah.
we agreed that's your area.
Oh, yeah.
Your sink, and over here's mine. I'll go in there and
You're not talking about a wireless collar,
The
are you?
curling iron's plugged in on my side.
yeah.
You know,
You're
my
talking
stuff-
about like the dirty dancing. This is my dance space. This is your dance space.
I mean, I'm like, should we just have our own bathroom? Because when you share one
Well,
with
that's
your
one
wife,
way.
they just take it over.
Sure.
Because and I'm like you, Rick. Betty will have
All the stuff's
100
plugged in on
things
my
out,
side.
and then I leave like a watch on mine, and I have to clean it up. And I go,
Get your stuff out of here.
There is
Whatever.
part of okay. You back up even further. There is my degree is in interior design. I should have had a minor in psychology or
Yes.
some sort of therapy.
right.
Because you are totally in the middle of that discussion always. So yeah, there's separate but equal. Hey, the vanity doesn't have to be one big thing. It can be two separate things.
I like that.
Yeah, we
You
break
can-
ours up with a TV.
if you
but
make
she
it
still
one, they'll
comes
take it
around.
over.
Yeah.
they're like Napoleon. They'll come take the whole place over.
It's like if you ever shared a room with a brother and sister, tape down the middle.
Right.
Put some painter's tape right down the center of the vanity. Get your
But
stuff
you're
on
saying
my
you can
side.
design it
Last
where it's
Nestle.
obviously this is functionally for me, this is
Absolutely.
functionally for you.
Those are questions I ask.
Right.
Like, do you
Man,
guys
that's
get
good.
along? Are
Yeah,
you
that's
are you
good.
getting up at the same time?
One of the
That kind of
coolest
stuff.
things I saw, and tell me how you feel about this.
Shoot.
A lot of houses have central vacs.
Yeah.
And they are good, especially if you have allergies and stuff. But I saw like up under the counter at a house, it was a little door, and you slide it open, and
sweep.
it cuts it on, and you just because we're
Yeah.
always dropping something in the bathroom or hair or something, and and it's gone.
Genius.
And
I
you
have it
don't
in my
even get
workshop.
anything out.
I have a wood shop in my basement. When I'm doing woodworking projects. When I sweep up, I get it all to a pile. I hit a button, a little door opens up. Shoom.
I like that a lot.
Wow. Right?
If you want to see Matt Muenster
I'll see
this
it.
weekend, he's going to be 6 o'clock tonight at the Birmingham Home and Garden Show. Go to birminghamhomeandgardenshow.com. He'll be noon and 2 tomorrow. I know, look, if you want to see where he's going the rest of the country, go to his website.